My name is Jayson Orvis, and I'm your host for Micro Business Fanatic TV. The Small Business Administration says that about 50% of businesses will survive their first 4 years. Now, I hate the SBA, but those numbers sound about right to me in my experience. What they're not telling you is that those businesses that survive, probably 2/3 of them are sucking wind, and maybe only 1/3 of them are making bank. What if we could boil down lessons from dozens of businesses, successes and failures, and cram all that information into our cranium? Wouldn't that make us that much smarter when we went to launch our own micro business? To make that happen, we have to take actual businesses and we have to pull their guts out and paw through them, see what happened, what bombed, what rocked, and we have to be brutally honest about it. So that's what this show's all about. So let's get our hands in some businesses. I'd seen and heard a lot about Sara Boulter photography, so I grabbed my wife Pamela and our baby Elle on a Saturday morning and we visited Sara's cool downtown studio for a photo shoot.
Come on, child. Come on. Ava. Yeah, I got that. I got you breathing.
Welcome to Micro Business Fanatic TV. I'm here with Sara Boulter. We had an epic fail in Hawaii, did we not?
Interviews that bomb.
An interview. We have a business that rocks and an interview that bombed from North Shore of Oahu with Sara. But now we're back in our studio, which is even cooler. And we just like did a little shoot with our baby. Here, Pamela, just like stick your head in and say hi, because everyone will wonder what is this squealing. Just lay down. Just say hi, hi. Say hi, Elle. Hello. We just took pictures. I think she's had more pictures of her taken in the 9 months of her life than Elle McPherson had in her entire career.
Agreed.
So after this shoot, that was like her 6th shoot. So
should start getting paid for it. Micro business Elle.
That's right. Micro business exploiting your baby child. Yes, we're about that. So you have a rocking photography business. You've just been killing it. How long? You were in this space. I had no idea you had such a killer space. How long have you been seriously pimping yourself out as a photographer?
Pimping myself out. I actually went into business in 2006. I've been in the studio for about a year. So
okay,
I did everything at home first for the first few years.
And then you were rocking it, and you moved to the studio. So did you take you took a little bit of photography in college, right? But largely, who taught you to do all this stuff?
This girl, me. Yeah, a lot of late nights, and I taught myself.
How do you market your photography business such that you're so busy and you have so much stuff? I mean, you got to shoot right after this one. You had to shoot last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
How do you keep so busy?
Really, my blog has been the greatest source of marketing for me. Just online presence, Facebook, my blog, email campaigns, just everything's online. I do a referral program, but for the most part, it's just my blog.
Okay, well, let's talk about your blog for a second, because it's remarkable. You don't, as far as I can tell, talk about photography in your blog.
Sometimes, no. Yeah, no, for the most part, it's about me and my life and how photography kind of comes into it.
Okay, but why would somebody, I'm reading your blog and you're talking about death, and your musings on death and your fears, and it's deeply, deeply personal. How does that translate to people reading your blog and wanting to come in and have you take pictures?
I think in the very beginning I didn't set out to have it be that way, but it turned out that way, that my clients feel like they're my friend long before we have a session. They feel like that there's a relationship set. They feel like they know me. I've had clients call me and say, oh, well, we get to see Oliver at your session. Like, they know my kid, and they've never met me. They don't know who I am, but they know my son. And so I feel like I create personal relationships before I even have a session. So.
And the writing on your blog isn't polished. It's good. By the way, it's good.
Hey, come on! I do some rereads. I try.
It's just so authentic that it's kind of overwhelming. When you read your blog, you're like, wow, I know this gal. Thanks. And I can totally tap into why people would want you to take their pictures, because that's sort of an intimate experience.
Yeah, I find that, with my business, I'm taking pretty, intimate moments in somebody's life that the more, I feel like the more they know who I am, the more they're willing to let me kind of into their world, and I can get the pictures that I want from them, and that's, you know, that's part of it. But it also, it allows people to open up to me in a way that it just makes everything easy. It just makes relationships easy, and building relationships builds my business. So.
Wow, you know, I've been telling people about your website, and you know, we've already done this interview once, so I've been going out and telling people, and they've been saying, well, how do I grow my this, and how do I grow my that? And I say, oh, it's going to take more guts than you know. You're going to have to, if you want to do it Sara Boulter style, you're going to have to put it all out there. And it isn't going to be a technical blog about how, you know, X, Y, and Z. It's going to be personal, and it's going to be deeply personal. So, wow, way to go. Now, you and your husband Alex are both micro entrepreneurs, and you both not hugely into money. You're not millionaires or whatever, but you live this lifestyle. I mean, you guys just got back from, it's called the Because Tour?
Yeah,
is that right?
The Because Tour, yeah. Yeah. Al came up with that one.
The Because Tour.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little new agey implication in there.
It wasn't my first choice of the name of the
That's
tour.
awesome,
Al won that contest.
So you guys bought a RV like on Craigslist or KSL.com?
No, we actually got it in an auction.
Oh,
Al has his dealer's license, so we got it in an auction.
And so you bought a little RV, and then you guys just like left. You like abandoned us and took off.
3 weeks from the time we decided to go on the trip, we were out the door.
So you do this amazing lifestyle thing with your little boy Ollie, and you guys hit the road and just like start hitting all 50 United States. You've been to like 30 now, or is it 20?
We've been to 30, yeah.
30. You've hit 30 like in the last, what, 4 months or so, 5 months. And then now you're back, and you turned that not only to this huge lifestyle adventure, but it also served your business.
Yeah.
How did that work?
We got a huge following on I created a separate blog, and we ended up getting a huge following. Ended up getting some clients along the way. I didn't intend to work on the road, but ended up having some clients that were like, if you're coming to our state, we really want a session with you. So I didn't set out for that, but it turned out that way. So.
And now you're back, and you're booked. And
yeah, I'm booked through
February.
Wow,
what an amazing life you guys have created for yourselves.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of freedom and a lot of fun.
Well, well done. And, you know, thank you so much for sharing.
Thanks.
And this has been another episode of Micro Business Fanatic TV. Thanks. Can you do the boudoir thing again?
I really connected with Sara's gestalt. She possesses a certain je ne sais quoi, and that in turn allowed me to tap into a reservoir of feeling as a model.
What did we see with this snapshot of Sara Boulter photography? Number one, people don't want to buy from a business. They want a relationship. If you want to excel, connect personally with your customers and make them your friends. A good product alone isn't enough these days. Number two, if you're willing to put your soul out there, blogging and Facebook can bring you a lot of business. It doesn't seem like a trip around the country in a personal blog would do a lot for a photographer, but it does. Connecting over the internet can be powerful if you connect. Number three, micro business can lead to a dream life. The opportunity to love your work and love your life has never been easier to grab. It takes work, authenticity, and sometimes a little help, but a micro business can be the road to a rich life. Until next time, remember the Micro Biz Fanatic universal to-do list. Number one, lift butt off couch. Number two, launch business. To dig into these and tidbits from other shows, go to www.microbusinessfanatic.com and click on Tidbits in the upper menu.